What do you think about the UK getting into business with China? Keir Starmer was in Beijing.
Well, it's very dangerous for them to do that, and it's even more dangerous, I think, for Canada to get into business with China. She's working very hard on trying to keep the election safe.
President Xi and I are announcing that Canada and China are forging a new strategic partnership.
This is a historic trip because this is the first time in 8 years that a British Prime Minister has been here on Chinese soil.
Since my inauguration, we've lifted more than 1.2 million people.
Global problems will not be solved by one power calling the shots, nor will they be solved by two powers carving the world into rival spheres of influence.
Recent events have made it quite evident that the EU and other international bodies are not hesitating anymore to strongly call out Trump and his actions.
We are living in a world where actions, especially reckless ones, are provoking dangerous reactions. And unlike in physics, these reactions are not symmetrical or predictable. They are being multiplied by geopolitical divisions and magnified by an epidemic of impunity. The law of power is prevailing over the power of law. International law is trampled, cooperation is eroding, and multilateral institutions are under assault on many fronts.
This is a historic trip because this is the first time in 8 years that a British Prime Minister has been here on Chinese soil. 8 long years, a historic occasion, and we can feel that already. We've had key bilaterals yesterday with President Xi and also Premier Li.
Prime Minister, distinguished friend, we did it. We delivered the mother of all deals. We are creating a market of 2 billion people. And this is the tale of two giants, the world's second and fourth largest economies. Two giants who choose partnership in a true win-win fashion. A strong message that cooperation is the best answer to global challenges.
And so I'm pleased today to announce that Canada and China have reached a preliminary but landmark trade agreement to remove trade barriers and reduce tariffs. Canada has agreed to allow up to 49,000 Chinese electric vehicles into the Canadian market.
While the EU is busy forging new ties, the US is busy criticizing them.
It's the worst, most expensive form of energy there is. And by the way, Europe is destroying itself with the stupid windmills they're putting all over their beautiful areas of most magnificent landscapes in the world, and they're just destroying. Europe better get smart. Between immigration and energy, they're destroying. It's not recognizable. They've got to smarten up before it's too late.
Guess what happened last week? The Europeans signed a trade deal with India. And just to be clear again, the Russian oil goes into India, the refined products come out, and the Europeans buy the refined products. They are financing the war against themselves. So President Trump's leadership, we will eventually end this Ukraine-Russia war.
Analysts explain how the world's drift toward China and India can irk the US.
He comes in a moment of strained ties with the US, and he is the latest leader of coming in recent days. Earlier this month, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney was here, and the German Chancellor is expected to also come in February. But the UK Prime Minister visit risked a rift with Washington. After Mark Carney was here, President Donald Trump threatened Canada with a 100% tariff in all the Canadian goods. But the UK Prime Minister said that the UK doesn't have to choose between China and the US.
This is Keir Starmer's first trip to China as Prime Minister, but he's only the latest in a long string of Western leaders who are beating a path to President Xi Jinping's door. Canada's Mark Carney was there earlier this month, and German Chancellor Friedrich Merz will follow next month. Part of the reason is President Donald Trump. The America First U.S. president has concerned longtime U.S. allies with his policies, including his derision for NATO and other longstanding alliances, the tariffs that he has slapped on competitors and allies alike, and recently his stated desire to acquire Greenland. Many leaders are thinking the U.S. is beginning to look like a slightly unreliable ally, and they are turning to other countries where they can for more, perhaps, predictable partners in some aspects.
After EU, UK, and Canada, now even the German Chancellor hints towards forging relations with China.
We therefore should not underestimate how attractive this European model can be for new partners and new alliances. We are indeed a normative alternative to imperialism and autocracy in the world. We have something to offer our partners globally, both economically and, above all, ideologically.